Stay a while and listen. Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my coverage of Remnant from the Ashes. It's by Gunfire Games and Perfect World Entertainment. It releases today, August 20th, 2019. And as you guys will see here, I have nearly an hour of played game time. I have trait rank 10. I have all this stuff, right? And here's what happened. I don't know why. I don't have a reason as to how or why or what happened or how to fix it or anything else. But it works now, or at least it seems to. My first two recordings, every 2 or 3 seconds, the game would freeze for about a half a second. So it looked really, really awful. I don't know what caused that. I don't know what the problem was. I did a lot of cleaning up in my broadcasting software. So hopefully it's all fine now. We're going to start fresh from scratch and basically replay. Do what we did before. So yeah, it should be totally fine. So we're going to delete our character. Goodbye, Mr. Character. We are going to create a character. What's
this doing here?
That's more or less what I had before. My hair color was a little bit darker. I had no scars, if I recall correctly. That's fine.
What's this doing here?
That was her voice, yeah. By the way, I've also been kind of not super healthy the last few days. I've been sick, so my voice might crack and fail me and look real bad. And by look, I mean sound real bad, and it'll be awful, but that's okay. As you see here, there is a co-op available. You can also do public, you can go offline, you can go friends only. So, yeah, definitely some interesting things. I'm just going to be playing this solo. I don't think anyone has the game or has really mentioned getting it to cover it with me, like Kernel RPG, Mutanot, Splooch, any of those. So, it's just going to be me solo. We're going to hop in, we're going to begin, and hopefully you guys enjoy.
What can we do when our last hope fails? That you must discover. Our last hope sailed this sea before you, in search of an end to the beasts that have hunted us for generations. An end was found, or so we thought, when the dragon rose into the sky like a phoenix, blazing in flames of agony.
I would be so sick on this trip.
But our
Seasickness
hero
is
never
very
came
easy for me.
home. Only the storm, the beasts, the unshakable dread that something had twisted and turned. Your journey will not be easy. Storm swirls round the dragon's tower like a shroud. The dragon may be dead, but in its ashes, I fear something else has awoken. You will fight for every step. You must reach the tower, learn what became of our warrior, face what lurks within.
That's looking like it's going to be a bad thing. Alright, so I'm doing some testing and stuff while we're doing the recording. I did some testing before. Everything looks like it's fine now, recording-wise. That was a really bad, big wave. I'm pretty sure we would die from that.
When our last hope fails, another shall take its place.
Well, they're just going to forget about us.
So long as we have breath.
We're literally drowning, and you're talking about having breath. Thanks. Super appreciate it. It's real nice. Anyhow, I'm going to be doing some tests and stuff, so hopefully it all works out and whatever my issues were before are gone, and the video will look nice and pretty for y'all, and you can enjoy. So far it looks good. Like, I have a preview running full screen on my other monitor, just to see if there's any like lags or glitches or anything, but I also can't see any of the other information I normally see because I don't usually have this in full screen. Therefore, if I mute, I might stay muted. If I, there's lots of little things. So we're going to play around. We're going to hope that it looks fine. It doesn't seem to be having any lag issues. It seems to handle about what you would expect, which I'm super appreciative of. I'm also going to let you guys know that I have tried it on both the controller and with the keyboard and mouse. I prefer the keyboard and mouse, actually, but it works fine on the controller. It also works fine as a keyboard and mouse game. So, if you guys don't have fancy gamepads or controllers, you can definitely play this with keyboard and mouse, is what I'm going to be doing. And if you do have your gamepad, you don't like using your keyboard and mouse, you can totally do that as well. Alright, there's a blood wart over here. That sounds lovely. Consumables offer temporary aid. They can be found in the world or purchased from merchants. Consumables will automatically be equipped once picked up if there are no other consumables in the inventory. Cool. So I'm just chilling here. I got my sword. Just kind of looking around. Just kind of digging life, you know. I can press 1 to restore my health. I'm going to do that. Chug that nasty red liquid that you just randomly picked up. Now, I do like the fact that the healing from that stuff is not just immediate. It's actually over time. You see we have about 18 seconds left on our damage over time heal. Well, this looks like a lovely, totally safe structure. Oh no!
Okay, this is it.
What are you? Oh! You're dead is what you are. That's right. I dodged it, and I killed you, you weird, nasty creature. Alright, so spacebar dodges. Obviously, he chucked a knife at me. Dodging and sprinting will deplete my stamina, or delete it if you prefer. Well, I thought maybe I could chop through this. I know I can go around it, but still. The idea that I could... Oh. Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, I missed. Oh, that's not good. If you hold your attack, your left mouse button, it looks like you do a stronger attack. So this is a basic attack, and then not basic attack. It's just a bit more powerful. Alright, so far dealing with the root monsters, that's pretty easy. Giant Cthulhu tentacle creatures of doom. Like, look at their legs. They definitely got some tentacles going on down there. Alright, so we're gonna hop down here. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Roll. Oh, couldn't roll. But I could crit you, man. Yeah, you better get out of here. Mystical red stuff. Meh. Alright. Well, game looks fine. Everything looks okay to me. Does not appear that there's any lag. Like, the game plays pretty smoothly. So, yeah. Also, another thing that I always turn off in pretty much everything I play, and it might make some people unhappy, I don't like motion blur. It's one of my least favorite things in games. So I tend to turn it off, or I have it on a really, really, really low setting. So in this case... Oh, that was a mistake. I know that guy disappears, so I want to see if I couldn't maybe take him out. And the answer is no, I can't take him out. So the big old nasty redheaded guy there did some sort of scream that prevented me from being able to attack, and he summoned guys, and it was very unpleasant. Very uncool. Now, it's fortunate, I guess, or unfortunate. Like, I was going to have this video done a couple of days ago. Or I recorded it a couple of days ago. And I was going to post it yesterday, right before the game came out on today's date. But, again, it just looked a little bad.
Who's next?
Yeah, who's next? So we're going to just kind of casually go through. Alright, there's two dudes that are going to clearly drop from the sky. You do have a charge attack, which is nice. To mix it up a bit.
That's all you got.
Look at that. He just chucked pieces of himself off. It's fine. But yeah, we had the issues. And normally I don't necessarily watch most of the videos I do. I'll listen to it for any kind of audio problems because that's usually what I face. So this, I just happened to look over and I'm like, oh, why does it look like that? That's not good. Is it because I'm watching it at 2x and then I looked, no, it was messed up. I checked the second video, it was also messed up. I did some test videos after I did some cleaning up on OBS. It looks fine now, but to what end? Alright, so here we are. Oh, running behind cover. Oh, this guy's got a gun. I don't have a gun. Maybe a gun with bullets. Oh, that doesn't look pleasant. Is anyone gonna open the door?
Hang on!
He just pulls that out of his arm. Yeah, that's fine. No. Yeah, dude's not doing so good. I mean, he's doing remarkably well. Let me rephrase that. He's doing quite phenomenal, but at the same time, that's the result of his phenomenality. It wasn't too great. It wasn't too great on his part. Well, at least we killed every... Uh-oh. I think we found the root of our problem. You thought this is bad. Just wait. There's something far worse than that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm assuming it's worse. So, this looks bad, right? What is that horrible nightmare of a thing? Ow. Ow. Good. I just want to point out that I am a massive fan of the fact that there's no QTEs here. There's no QuickTime events. I don't have to hit buttons and do random stuff to make sure I survive a cinematic scene. That's how all video games should be, in my opinion. I know some people probably like QTEs.
Hang in
I'm
there.
not one of them.
Hurry
You're gonna
up,
be
Ellie.
okay.
We got company.
Okay.
Move. Move.
Just dragging me, huh? Alright. Alright, since everything looks fine, I closed my preview screen on the other side. Hopefully it all works out. I don't know, guys and gals. We'll see.
Oh, you're awake.
What's up? Why are you just in here staring
Hi
at me?
there.
Hi.
Whoa, take it slow. You got hurt real bad. You don't want to start bleeding again, do you?
Who are you?
I'm Wallace.
What's up, Wallace?
I wanted to see you. I asked the commander if I could.
How did I get here?
Oh, Commander Ford and Mr. Wriggler found you outside. They brought you here. But they said Mark wasn't coming back.
Was that Mark outside?
Never mind.
Alright, Wallace. No worries,
The
buddy.
commander said you should come see her when you woke up. She's in the room down the hall. She'll find a place for you. Everyone's got a place.
Okay, wow, we seem to recover
I'll
quickly.
see you later.
Weren't we near death just a few minutes ago? You know what? It's fine. It's probably fine. Alright, so let's look around here. There's not a lot going on, except for this book. Now, little known fact, I read through this entire thing on the page. It was not easy for me to do, but I did it, because I never looked down here where it says read. So if you press the read button, you can click on it with your mouse, whatever the button is associated with your controller, or press the X key, it shows up in normal font that I can actually read. So shout out to past self for being able to read the whole thing without doing this, but also it was kind of dumb of me. Alright, December 15th, 1968, Lieutenant Evelyn Cedar, one of only 7 survivors to make it off the atoll. We had to abandon Ward 16 and retreat to the central here in Ward 13. Everyone else, they're all dead. Harsgard, Neville, Green, Parker, Mackenzie. Every last one of them is gone. We're the only ones left. The Root invaded Ward 13, too. There are bodies everywhere. Root and human both. Don't the Root disappear in that red... You know what's fine. Thankfully, the Root left for some reason. The place is abandoned. The Dreamers are gone. Well, that's what the Root came for. I don't know how I know that, but I'm certain of it. The Root and the Dreamers are connected somehow. I can feel it. When the Dreamers were killed, the Root no longer had a reason to stay. Captain Ford, commander now, I guess says we're holding up here while we figure out our next move. He's fixed the crystal so nothing can follow us from the atoll, and there are only a few physical entrances. It should be defensible for as long as we need it. Oh god, this is one heck of a Hanukkah. Next. It's been months now. The ward almost feels normal. We cleaned the bodies out, though there are some doors we still can't get into. Commander Ford has us looking for survivors, getting them into the ward. He's a brave man, smart, not like the bastards who got us into this mess. Thanks to Ford, we survived the first wave of the Root invasion, which is more than can be said for the rest of the world. The Root didn't just come out of the wards. They attacked all over, all at once. No one was ready. Armies were overwhelmed. France even tried nukes. Nukes on their own land. Well, then they went quiet. We've lost all communication with anyone. The city's a war zone. We're surviving, but barely. How long can we do this? It's now May 3rd, 1969. I've been having dreams lately. I hear the roots, smell them, watch them from inside their own heads as they hunt down and slaughter the survivors. When I wake up, I can still feel their joy, their rage. Sometimes it takes me a while to remember who I am, or where I am. It's freaking me out. May 24th, 1969. We've lost so many people today. Took control of a water tower, though. It'll keep us alive, but I keep wondering if it's worth it. So many died so that we can, what, scrape by until they kill us too? Commander Ford spoke for the dead, assured us that their sacrifices would not be forgotten. As long as we have breath, he said, we have hope. I really wish I could believe that. It's now the 2nd of June, 1969. Ran across some old letters and journals from the folks who lived here before. They were full of hope, excitement. Andrew, Commander Ford, caught me reading, but I guess he's been reading them too. He said their hope had worried him. It was misguided, he said, just like we were in Ward 16, just like I am now. I couldn't help but snort. What the heck did he have to be hopeful for? He laughed when I told him he actually thinks we'll survive, that we'll come back from this somehow. I thought he was naive, but his hope is what keeps us going, isn't it? It's kept us alive so far. I must have said as much because he smiled and said we were only alive because of people like me. People who caught details he missed and challenged his optimism. He said that my cynicism made his optimism more real. I'm laughing again, just thinking about it. Of all the things to be worried about, he's worried about having hope? And he thinks I'm keeping us alive? God, what a man. August 12th, 1969. Had another root dream last night. This one was different. It was real. They were waiting for us in my dream near the hotel courtyard where we'd been growing food. I told Ford about it. I thought he'd dismiss it. God knows my CO did that often enough. But he said it was worth checking out. Good thing, too, because they were there, waiting. We fought them off because of my dream. Afterwards, I had admitted my other dreams to Ford, said it's been going on for a while. He wanted me to tell the others, so I told the rest of the 7. We'll see what happens, but I think it was the right call. He's a good man, Andrew. I always knew it, but he's a good man. August 15th, 1969. Okay, but what would it even look like if I hit on the leader of the ward? He doesn't need that right now. We're just trying to survive. Who the heck thinks of dating in a post-apocalyptic hellscape? Screw it, I'm asking him out. Next day, mind was made up. So that was August 16th, 1969. Now this is 17th. Well, heck, turns out my feelings were mutual. Andrew didn't say anything because he's worried about what a relationship might do to the leadership within the ward. Would it look like favoritism? Would it affect how the others saw me? What about when we argued? He started asking 1,000 questions, until I shut him up. And I realized, as I was shutting him up, that this was the point. No matter how risky it might be, love is exactly what makes surviving worth the trouble. Besides, we have a common foe out there. It's not like we'll ever disagree on that. Now it's like almost a 2-year skip, at least a year and a half. Holy heck, I forgot about this whole thing. Guess you could say I've been distracted. Andrew and I got married last month, and today, I'm pregnant. I haven't told Andrew yet. I want to keep it to myself a little longer. It's hard to believe there's a life inside me, a new person who didn't exist before. It was Andrew's idea. I thought he was crazy for even bringing it up. Who would raise a child in this creep show of an Earth? Him and his optimism. But he's right. Children are the only future that we have. I don't know what will happen to this little one, or heck, even to us, but bringing a child into this world that the Root are trying to rip away from us feels like rebellion. It feels like hope. And man, that's not exactly what we need right now. Alright, guys and gals, that was quite a bit to digest, quite a bit to read, quite a bit to get, but kind of sets the story, the stage for where we're at, what's going on in this place that we're in. And yeah, we have some running around to do, so let's go get to running around. We no longer have our weapon, but we can punch stuff and kick too, apparently, so that's interesting. Kind of weird, I suppose, but very interesting. What's up?
Well, well. Look who's awake.
Yep, that would be me.
You put up quite a fight outside our gates.
Thank you. Where's my weapon?
It's with Riggs downstairs. If everything checks out here, I'll see you get it back.
Oh?
I'm Commander Ford. This is my base, and you, friend, are an unexpected guest. It's my job to know the kind of people I bring into Ward 13. We haven't seen a living soul on that shore for weeks. You will tell me why you were really out there, or we'll let the root have you.
Well, you're just a bundle of joy, aren't you? All right, so I'm not entirely certain, but is she the wife of Andrew? Did something bad happen to Andrew? I can't remember. Like I said, I played 2 episodes, so it might have happened, but I don't remember, guys. But she's clearly not Andrew because she's a she. So we'll see. And she was pregnant, and yeah. So, or this is, I don't know what year it is. What year is it? Is it like 2019, like it is now, or like what are we talking here? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm trying to get to that island tower across the water. That's what I'm here to do.
No one has been in that tower in a very long time. But you've got no chance of getting there in this storm.
Okay.
Truth is, the ward has been cut off. We had to block the gates after we dragged you in. The root are everywhere. But now that you're here, I have an idea.
Oh, yeah?
I'll tell you what. You want to leave? You'll have to do something for us first.
Of course I do. That's kind of how these things work, isn't it? Okay, what can I do for you?
First, we need power. That storm knocked out our reactor recently. With enough power, we might be able to activate another way out of here.
Sorry about that, guys and gals. My mouse went off the screen there for a second. Where is the reactor?
The reactor is on the lower basement level. There's a stairwell that leads down to it. Get it running, then come back here.
It seems easy enough. Why trust me with this?
Because I'm not losing any more of my people today. We already lost a man down there a few days ago. I suspect the root have found a way in. Go check in with Riggs about your blade.
Oh,
I don't imagine your fists will do much against the root.
Well, we don't know.
You do this for us, and I'll make sure you get out of here.
I'm kind of tempted to try it with just my fists. But that's actually not going to happen. I'm not going to try it with my fists. Alright, so we got to go talk with Riggs, who's going to be just beneath us. And sup, Riggs? Riggs? Hello?
Hey, it's good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to Ward 13.
Yeah, well, I feel awful, man. I done got chopped up a bunch.
I did what I could to patch you up. You seem like a tough one, though.
Yeah, I healed
Name's
quick.
Wriggler. Most everyone calls me Riggs. Well, your, sword was pretty banged up in the fight. Not much I could do with it, I'm afraid.
Oh,
The
yeah?
blade was shattered when we found you. Mostly scrap metal at this point. Think I remember Ace mentioned she found a few weapons out in the city. Maybe she'll help you out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, last I heard, Ace went down to check out the reactor.
Isn't that what I'm
Good luck
supposed to be
down
doing?
there.
Well, I guess I'm going to be using my fists after all. Or am I? I don't know. We got to go meet up with Ace to see if we can't get some weapons. And she happens to be in a place that we need to go to. So we're going to head over in that general direction. But before we officially get there and we start our next wave of the adventure, I'm going to break off the episode right here, I suppose. And in the next episode, we'll continue our adventure where we meet up with Ace. And everything great and wonderful is going to happen. And it's going to be sweet, sweet, nice style. Anyway, guys and gals, I hope you guys enjoyed this very first episode. The game should be out today. This video should have gone out at least yesterday or even possibly the day before. It's a lot of fun. Really, really enjoy the game, the little bit that I've managed to play it so far. Hopefully the video looks good. If you guys want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, the publisher, any of the wonderful fun stuff, It'll all be down below in the description of the video, like it always is, and various links and things of that nature. And until the very next episode, folks, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.